Journeys we take in video games nowadays can take days, even months to complete. All that walking around must really wear down our characters. Thankfully, modern science has stepped in to make a chore as mundane as walking a little bit more tolerable. I'm talking cars, boats, planes, and trains. If you're not walking, then it's on this list, and we'll be counting down the big players that appear across video games. But seeing as there are so many options from getting from A to B, I figured I'd bring in a special guest to help me out.
Hey there guys, Arlo here. Glad to be here, y'all look great. Before we get started, here are some rules. Number 1, this list won't include any animals. Number 2, the vehicles on this list must originate from video games, so television or movie vehicles won't be on this list.
Number 3, spaceships won't be included because we'll have a list for them at a later date. Number 4, and lastly, no mechs, because we already have a list for those mechanical marvels.
Now if we miss anything, or if your list differs from ours, please tell us in the comments. And with that, let's strap in and take off as we count down our top 10 vehicles. We just turned 10 and it's time to start our long journey to become a Pokemon Master. 20 minutes later, why did I think this was a good idea? Everything is so far away. What happened to buses or cars? Why can't I take a car to each gym? I've made so many mistakes. I have so many regrets. If you can't relate to this feeling, then you've never felt the pure joy of getting your first bike in Pokemon. Getting from city to city becomes 10 times easier, and every time you get a chance to pull out that two-wheeler, you jump at the opportunity. Professor Oak obviously never knew the real struggle of a Pokemon Master, because they never mentioned all the walking you'd be doing in the Pokédex. Thank Arceus for bikes.
Can it be? That sweet melody can only mean one thing. Ice, oh my god, no! Try vehicular carnage, fire, screams of the innocent, and a full-on death race that would even make Sin itself weep like an infant! It's Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal! This seemingly innocent ice cream truck never brought smiles to children, but instead fear to fully grown men. Equipped with dual Gatling guns and a clown head that would chase away any child, it was clear the frozen vendor wasn't here to mess around. So the next time you hear the jingle of an ice cream truck, you might want to save your allowance for a rainy day.
It's time we explored Hyrule in style, all aboard the Spirit Train. Taking place 100 years after the events of Phantom Hourglass, we follow a new hero, the hero of trains, and his quest in restoring the Spirit Tracks. When it comes to the Spirit Train, this little locomotive isn't just full of steam. Sporting a caboose for passengers and a small cannon for dealing with unwanted obstacles, it's the greatest little train in video games.
Aliens have made it their personal objective to wipe humanity off the face of existence. So what better way to counter than to build a massive rolling weapon on wheels? Make way for the M510 Siege Work, aka the Mammoth. This moving fortress is one of the UNSC's greatest weapons against the Covenant, and its size alone is enough to make any alien start shaking in their boots. Equipped with rocket turrets on the port and starboard with a vehicle hangar for easy deployment in the heat of war, it was no pushover. But nothing compared to the power that is the main weapon, the Mini-Mac. A massive turret capable of leveling buildings in a single shot. Covenant beware, this beast didn't come out of extinction to mess around.
As we saw earlier, clowns seem to have a bad rep when it comes to vehicles, but that never stopped Bowser from slapping this seemingly innocent detail on his personal floating machine and bringing us the KOOPA clown car. Just like clowns, this little ball of joy has a lot of tricks up its sleeves. Its weapons range from cannonballs, fireballs, and mecha Koopas, all perfect for disposing of unwanted plumbers. It should be noted that later on, Bowser Jr. sports his own variant of the mechanical clown mobile, dubbed the Junior Clown Car, which has all the original's tricks but with extra gadgets like drill and tongue? It just goes to show, never let your children design cars because they'll end up giving them taste buds.
One of the greatest minds of his time has just handed you the keys to some of his most brilliant inventions. Vehicles that could change humanity and set in a new era of exploration and travel.
Or we could use them to blow stuff up.
That's why they're called war machines after all, and that's all thanks to the genius that is Da Vinci himself that brought us these tools of victory. We first learned the power of the machine gun and mowed down the Borgia in quick succession. We then took to the skies and rained hellfire from the wings of the bomber. Even the sea was our playground with the naval cannon, and of course, the piece de resistance, the crown jewel, Leonardo's tank. 4 war machines, 4 victories. Any other outcome would have been a wager.
Throughout the years, we've taken to the skies in some of RPG's greatest titles, and one gave us more than we could ever ask for. When we weren't grinding on the ground, we were soaring through the air. Now you're probably thinking of a Final Fantasy airship, in which case you'd be wrong, because our number 4 slot goes to the EPOCH, also known as the Wings of Time from Chrono Trigger. This 3-man ship has a special ability which makes it quite special indeed, and that's the ability to travel through time. And that already one-ups every single airship from the Final Fantasy lineup. Not to denounce the Final Fantasy airships, because there are some really cool designs out there, but none of them have what the EPOCH has, which is the ability to not only own the skies, but also time itself.
If we're talking speed, then the vehicles in F-Zero have got you covered. Set in the year 2560, the biggest sport in the future is now racing. But it's no ordinary race. We're talking jumps, loops, hazards, and falls. And the one who puts his life on the line for our entertainment is none other than Captain Falcon, and his trusty Blue Falcon. Clocking speeds at around 1,000 miles per hour, 2,000 if he's boosting, he's got every vehicle on this list beat. And that's all thanks to the anti-gravity unit in the vehicle that allows for traction-free movement, but still allows the racers to remain on the ground. As it stands, the Blue Falcon has taken home multiple awards for his wins on the track, but today he'll be walking away with 3rd.
Grab some friends and start your engines, because our next item on the list is the lovable go-kart from the Mario Kart series. These little vehicles have been a favorite for countless gamers, and it's no mystery as to why. Easy to learn and easy to drive, anyone can pick up a controller and partake in a race against their friends. Making its debut in Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, each game to follow would add new and interesting gimmicks to keep the races interesting and above all fun. Like the addition of customizable vehicles in Mario Kart 7, or the use of a second driver in Double Dash, and recently the ability to use anti-gravity like in F-Zero in Mario Kart 8. Never a dull moment in the Mushroom Kingdom when kart season rolls around, and that's why Mario Karts take the number 2 spot. Before we finish our number 1, here are some games and vehicles that didn't quite cross the finish line. Warning, the next item contains spoilers.
Thus far, all the vehicles we've seen on this list are some truly mechanical marvels, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Be it speed or style, no one can argue these vehicles are some amazing works of transport. But there's something our number 1 has that the others don't, something special that sets it apart from the rest, and that something is companionship. That's why the King of Red Lions from The Legend of Zelda Windwaker is our number 1. Although he may just be a boat, he's probably one of my favorite companions in the entire Zelda series. He's wise and thoughtful, but also strong and determined, making him one of the better, well-rounded characters in the game.
Now, if you haven't beaten The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, here's where the spoiler shows up. It's later discovered that after the Great Flood, Hyrule was buried beneath the sea, and the King of Red Lions is but an ordinary boat being controlled by the former King of Hyrule. In the final moments of your quest, after defeating Ganon, the goodbye you share with the king as he accepts his death is by far one of the franchise's most touching moments. Truly, he was no mere vehicle or a means of transport. He was without a doubt a companion like no other. That's why the King of Red Lions is our number 1 vehicle in video games.
Thanks for watching Dreambridge Top 10, we hope you liked it, and a huge thanks to Arlo for helping me out with this list. Make sure you check out his channel for some more awesome gaming content. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.